Good evening, instrument engineers. This one I wanted to share with you some concept about redesign and the use of multiphase flowmeters or MPFM. I have written an article on this. This is a backup shots for it. So MPFM replaced the traditional test separators, isn't it? The vessels in the oil clusters where operators used to go periodically, switch over the well through the test separator and monitor all the parameters, use settling time, all the rest of the operations, and then put it back to production and then move. And he used to go well by well. Now, with the advent of MPFM, we are still using MPFM like the test separator. That is to take well by well and then do monitoring. Yes, that has uses. But what's the harm or what's the additional benefit, if you ask, of putting an additional MPFM? Let the test MPFM be as it is, because you do need to know the well by well monitoring of GOR, density, phase, fractions, water cut, and so on, many other parameters. Stick one MPFM in the main production line when it leaves, because irrespective of what oil well you're currently operating, which one is dead, which one is operating, the production line is always on, isn't it, in every cluster. So what happens if you put an MPFM, let's say you have 15 different oil well clusters with, let's say, 5 or 6 well pads in each one of them. So you have a lot of production coming through the trunk lines to the CPP, isn't it? So what happens if you have a mainline MPFM? You can put it before the shutdown valve. That's what I would advise, because then if you're isolating the entire cluster, then the MPFM remains locked in because it's measuring the flow. So if there is no flow, there is no use of putting MPFM after the SDV, and you can do maintenance as well. All of these things are there. You have to consider design. But if you put MPFM in each one of those clusters, you get an additional benefit by monitoring in real time from every cluster total production and the total GOR, total water cut, total density, phase fractions, all of that stuff. How does this benefit? Well, it helps you monitor the CPP better, the slug catcher, the three-phase separator, the settling time, the chemical injection, and the hysterization. How much has each cluster produced? Because essentially it helps in reservoir monitoring, isn't it? The reservoir is in a specific area with all the oil wells drilled for that specific cluster. So you are doing reservoir monitoring in real time and hysterizing it. So it will be used for overall field production basis also. PDO is the only one using it right now, Petroleum Development of Oman. That's what one of the engineers told me at least. We can use this in UAE and Saudi Arabia as well. Think about this, please.